This morning, I woke up feeling extremely frustrated. This will be typical if you're a startup founder because you eat and sleep what it is that you're building. But what's made me frustrated this morning is because I have an insurance problem that needs to be solved like yesterday. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. I am an aviator, entrepreneur, and recent startup founder. The goal of these videos is to document my journey from building a startup from idea phase to product to market. Okay, so we have an insurance problem. I'll break down some of what's happening so far in the background. Today's Friday, by the way. My goal today is I'm meeting with one of my investors and who's also a mentor of mine. And this is a person who has done exactly what I'm trying to do. They've been able to build a company, several companies, raise money, exit successfully. I'm privileged to have them. And I think for other founders or someone who's watching this video, if you can attach yourself or find someone in your space that's done exactly what it is that you're trying to do, it would save you a lot of time and heartache. So that's my first point in there. Part of what we'll discuss is this insurance problem that I'm having. I'm gonna also show him I have a updated pitch for AirMojo that I want him to poke some holes in, and then we'll talk about, fundraising and all that good stuff. All right, so back to my problem, insurance. The reason why I'm frustrated is because I've been waiting 2 weeks now to hear back from our potential insurance partner and provider to give me some update, more specifically some numbers on what we're working on. All of that sounds like gibberish, but let me break it down to you. First of all, the insurance aspect of AirMojo. If you think of any other marketplace that are out there right now, you think of the Airbnbs, the Turos of the world, insurance is required on most of these platforms. A platform like Airbnb, for example, they covered the insurance without you knowing, and they may have it already in the pricing, which is great. You have Turo, who sort of shifts that cost to the customers. So if you ever use Turo, you'd always get the option to buy additional insurance whenever you rent a car. These type of insurance are known as embedded or umbrella insurance. And what typically happens is they would kick in when over your primary insurance. This is essentially what we're also looking to have with AirMojo. It's sort of embedded insurance that will kick in and protect everyone involved, the owner, pilot, and third parties. First of all, I've been educating myself a lot about insurance since the beginning of this year. But the main problem that I realized is that this type of insurance, although it may exist in other industry, in the aviation space, it doesn't exist. And you should have heard me over the phone with some of our conventional providers, just trying to convince them, like, hey, we need this. Hey, this could actually make you more money, all that good stuff, right? So the fact that this type of product doesn't exist means that we have to build something from scratch, which again, I've been on the phone and emailing, and I was lucky enough to find a partner or potential partner who was willing to bite. We've been working together with them for about a month now since our initial conversation. And the frustrating part, though, is that this is something that I have zero control over. Anyone involved on my end has zero control over, so it's not our expertise, and we're leaving it to them to help us figure out a solution. I've gotten updates over time, but still nothing concrete yet. Some of the updates that I've gotten until now has not been great. As I said, today is Friday, so I'm hoping to get some concrete update either today or by Monday, and I hope it's good news. Assuming it's good news, this is essentially how it would work in terms of AirMojo. To create this new type of coverage, we had to think of crazy scenarios, some of the worst scenarios possible, because again, we want everyone involved to be covered in the case of an accident or an event happening. Generally speaking, for owners and pilots, you would have your own primary insurance. So for owners who are participating on AirMojo, they generally have a primary insurance on their airplane already. And then for the pilot who's looking to lease or buy time in an owner's airplane, they would also have what's called the renter's insurance, and these are very affordable for the most part. Right now, we would have two sets of insurance, your primary and then your renter's insurance. And then what we're introducing in addition to those two is the embedded insurance, and that will kick in once a transaction happens. It would serve as sort of like an add-on. Basically, we would have 3 layers of insurance in case of an accident. And how do we create this? Again, we thought of the worst case scenario. This was ours. Let's paint a scenario where, a pilot successfully buys time and leases somebody else's airplane and everything went well. And then one weekend, they're going on a trip somewhere. For whatever reason, either problems with the airplane or something with the pilot, and they crash. They crash the airplane into a school bus full of kids. No, I don't want you to think of that picture either, but that's like the worst case scenario. In a situation like this is what you have to think about. Not only will you have liability for the airplane, you would also have liability for the pilot, possible passengers if they have other occupants in the airplane. Now you have liability for the school bus, the owner or operator of the school bus, and the occupants of the school bus. And then now also you have possible litigation from families of the kids and anyone involved in an accident like that. In a case like that, we are looking to build a coverage that will cover every bit of an accident like that. Now, the good news is that historically, this is not the case at all. Most accidents that happen in general aviation or civil aviation, it's usually involving the pilot and the airplane or occupants of the airplane. Generally speaking, you don't have people or property outside of the airplane involved in an accident or a GA accident. That's sort of the good news, and we're considering those numbers as well. But again, just to be safe and to be conservative, we're thinking of crazy scenarios. Okay, if this happens, we want to make sure everyone is covered, both from liabilities and litigation as well. And then also Air Mojo as a platform is covered. So that's the gist of what we're building or trying to build with insurance coverage. So as you see, you can start your journey as a founder to solve a problem or create a solution for a problem in your space. But what you end up doing in the journey is that you have bits of problems that you need to solve just to get to your solution. For us, this is one of it. Insurance is a huge aspect of what we're building, and there's some cases where insurance is not required, but it's just safer to have it. I need to solve this problem first before I'm able to launch this thing full scale into market. And as I said, it's been a frustrating experience for the most part, and my hope is that when I hear back and all the time, effort, and money that's gone into this will pay off, where we're able to actually have a decent coverage for folks who are looking to participate in the marketplace. So until then, I will make sure I update you. Again, today is just like a normal day. These videos are not scripted. This is me just talking to you one-on-one on what's going on. Okay, so my hope is that next video or the next couple of videos, I will have some good news regarding insurance. Hopefully we're able to move forward to the next step. But in the meantime, there's still work to be done. As I said, there's still the fundraising aspect, stuff to be worked around with the team, the tech side of things also with the website and app, and we still have some pages to build as well. And speaking of team, I think that's a whole new video that I want to talk about, because that part can be challenging too, especially if you're a solo founder or it was just you who had an idea. Generally speaking, it's better to have a team than trying to go at it by yourself. And I'm sort of in that intersection right now, trying to build a nice team or put a nice team together. But again, that's another video. I will keep you posted on that as well. Well, I hope I've been able to provide some value and you get some insight into my life and the startup I'm building. If you enjoyed the video and you thought it was helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on. There's more coming. Thank you all so much, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.